Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Brandon here with Alan Raleigh, and tonight in the opening game of the 9th annual Holiday Basketball Tournament sponsored by the Triangle Club of Montgomery County, it's Norristown and Upper Moreland. Upper Moreland is a tough team, Alan.
That's right. Both teams coming in here tonight with undefeated records. Of course, Norristown playing an independent schedule this year, and I think when you look at the two teams' records, one thing that's surely indicative is that Norristown has played a much tougher schedule since they are an independent team this year. Upper Moreland, they're in the American Conference in the Suburban 1 League. Of course, it's a restructured Suburban 1 League, and as a result, Upper Moreland is playing a bunch of smaller schools. Even so, coming in here with an undefeated record, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Upper Moreland, two good scorers, especially Scott Trimble and Eric Kleeman.
That's right, Scott Trimble. You look at the man, 28 points, 17 rebounds, and he had an off game. What can you do?
That's right. I'll tell you, people are just walking all over in front of us here. That's right. Trimble, though, is the real star for this ball team. He has outplayed some fine players in the rest of the Suburban 1 League, and I think he is the main threat as far as Upper Moreland is concerned here tonight going against Norristown. Key disadvantage for Upper Moreland, lack of height across the front line. The tallest guy's 6'4". He's a guy coming off the bench. Otherwise, Trimble at 6'3" and Kleeman at 6'2". Norristown has the obvious advantage with Dante Woods, Jerome Reinhardt, and Darren Queenan across the front line.
Well, besides height, you're going to have to consider speed, too. Norristown's won several games by their quickness. Chuck Walker, number 10 especially, coming off the bench several times with key steals for Norristown. Darrell Wise, Frank Dobbs, all extremely quick guards for Norristown.
That's right. Of course, Norristown's key to their offense is their running game, and their guards this year, I think they have one of the finest trios they've had in quite a few seasons. As you said, Wise and Dobbs, along with Walker, they really get out there, they run the break for Norristown, and that makes them so much more effective because the Eagles, when you get the ball on the run, and then when you've got somebody to go down low like Reinhardt or Dante Woods, you have a lot going for you. I think the key for Upper Moreland here tonight, though, is going to be their ability to defensively stop Norristown. I think they're going to have to stay out of a running game. Upper Moreland can run, but as you said, they're not in Norristown's league when it comes to that aspect of the ball game. I think Upper Moreland's going to have to slow things down here and run more of a patterned offense and really rely on its defensive abilities.
Well, I think Upper Moreland's got the inspiration for tonight's ball game. A win here tonight against Norristown, one of the top teams in the state so far, is going to put some identity for Upper Moreland. They're a 7-0 team, but who did they beat?
Instant credibility. I'll tell you, Upper Moreland, you're right. They have a big opportunity here at the line tonight. And you know, Upper Moreland, the last couple of years, even when Norristown was in the Suburban 1 League, they always gave the Eagles a tough time, and yet the Bears, they never had that good of a team. This is probably their finest team in the last decade, and yet they always gave Norristown a tough time, and I expect to see more of the same tonight. And of course, what better way to start off a triangle tournament when you have two teams that are unbeaten facing off in the first round?
Well, it's classic basketball, classic tournament basketball at least. I look for a fantastic game. This game may even be the finest game of the entire tournament.
That's right. Of course, the other teams in this tournament, you've got Frankfurt, which of course is a perennial league champ or contender down in the Philadelphia area. And then you've also got Bishop Kenrick coming into the night's game, or later, we should say the second game of tonight. We'll also have that later probably on cable. Kenrick, another good squad, and you're always going to get a good borough rivalry out of these matchups.
Well, it looks for a good ball game. We'll be back in just a moment with the play-by-play.
Well, we'll be introducing the starting lineups in just a moment. Of course, Norristown facing off against Upper Moreland. This game is being brought to you by the Norristown Area School District. I'm Alan Raleigh along with Jeff Brandon, and we've got some fine action. At least we're expecting some good play tonight.
Okay, keep it shooting. You keep it shooting.
Of course, the proceeds of this 14 tournament go to the Triangle Club Scholarship Program. And of course, participating teams this year, Bishop Kenrick, Frankfurt, Norristown, and Upper Moreland.
Phil, he's here? Yeah. Where's he at?
Norristown, of course, head coach John Cresswell. The Eagles coming in here 8-0 this year. Upper Moreland, head coach Gary Kochsberger coming here 7-0. Norristown in their usual blue and white. Upper Moreland in with their purple and gold uniforms. And we're waiting here for the starting lineups. First team to be announced, I think, will be Upper Moreland. Coming out, number 35, Scott Trimble, 6'3" forward for Upper Moreland. Followed by number, boy, they announced them quick out here, number 25, Butch Slayer. Number 15, Tim Scheuer. Number 33, Rich Wagner. And number 51, Eric Kleeman, as they're introducing the rest of the Upper Moreland squad. Jeff, kind of a disappointing turnout so far.
Well, it's just about game time here in the opener tonight. I'm sure the sponsors here, the Triangle Club of Montgomery County, looking for more people as the night progresses. For Norristown, we're going to introduce to you the entire team. Number 3, Rich Melito. Number 11, Mike Anthony. Number 5, Frank Dobbs. Number 10, Chuck Walker. Number 4, Dwayne Jones. Number 12, Darren Queenan. Number 13, Leroy Johnson. Number 14, Phil Bugg. Number 15, Darrell Wise. Number 21, Stan Hadrick. Number 22, Chris Shields. Number 23, Dante Woods. And number 24, Jerome Reinhardt. The starters for Norristown are most likely going to be Jerome Reinhardt, Dante Woods, Frank Dobbs, Darren Queenan, and Darrell Wise.
Why is it that you never can make out what a PA announcer says? Have you ever noticed that?
No single.
And going up for Upper Moreland is going to be, let's see, it's going to be number 51. Eric Kleeman, 6'4½". Dante Woods, of course, going up for Norristown. Donnie listed at 6'7". Ball's tapped up, Upper Moreland comes up with it. Layer has it now at the top of the key for Upper Moreland. Layer over to Scheuer. Back to Layer. Norristown, of course, coming out in their zone defense, 2-3 zone. Kleeman goes back out now. Now the pass is over to Scheuer. Scheuer driving down. He pulls back out wisely. Queenan in his path. Kleeman puts it off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Jerome Reinhardt. Jerome, top rebounder on the Norristown squad this year. Darrell Wise driving down. Baseline jumper. Off balance. No good. Rebounded. Let's see. And it goes out of bounds on Norristown. Jerome Reinhardt in there hustling for the ball. Couldn't come up with it.
Looks like the Patrick Ewing look Norristown putting on, all with their white jerseys and their gray T-shirts. I don't know if it'll have any effect on their play, but we'll see.
Upper Moreland patiently working the ball around now. And Frank Richey hoops that one, so he gets Upper Moreland on the board. Make that Frank Ritchie. You're positive, Mr. Brandon?
No, but it sounds better than Richey. Inside to Dante Woods, pushed the shot up, no good.
Whatever you say, Jeff. Frank Dobbs going for the steal there finally. Upper Moreland comes up with it. Scheuer has it now. Scheuer down in the corner to Ritchie. Ritchie almost loses it back out to Scheuer. They're swinging the ball around now. Butch Lair, point guard for Upper Moreland. See Upper Moreland trying to work the ball inside. This time they pop it outside. Scheuer's shot, no good. Dante Woods came up with it, and Darrell Wise has it to Frank Dobbs. Dobbs, left side of the key now. He pulls back. Dobbs, Darren Queenan coming back out. Queenan in the crowd, goes back out to Wise. Wise puts it on the floor, loses it. Saved by Ricky. Nice save that time by Ritchie, I'll tell you. Upper Moreland saved that one. Norristown turning it over. I'll tell you, Jeff, Scott Trimble hasn't even touched the ball yet for Upper Moreland.
Well, give him time. We're only a minute and a half into this ball game.
Well, I was going to give him time, but it was just an interesting fact that I noticed.
Way to go, Alan. You're just full of interesting facts.
I know. I'm right on top of it.
Always.
I'll tell you. Jerome Reinhardt now coming out to pressure Trimble. And Trimble loses it. Reinhardt comes up with the steal. Jerome driving on in for the slam. What a way Norristown gets on the board there with the slam. Jerome Reinhardt really excites the fans here in Norristown's gym. Bounce pass now to Kleeman. Kleeman puts it up, and he is fouled by Darrell Wise. Wise coming through the air to block off Kleeman.
close.
Kleeman will go to the line now. His first personal foul. Number 1's good for Kleeman. Two for 2 from the line. Jerome Reinhardt, long lead pass to Darren Queenan. Queenan finds Dante Woods. He's wide open, drives down the lane, underhand layup. That time Woods had a mismatch. He was left on Kleeman, had about 3-inch, 4-inch height advantage, and drove in for the layup. To Scheuer. Now Kleeman has it. Once again, Butch Layer just setting things up for Upper Moreland. Norristown in their 2-3 zone. Kleeman to Ritchie, back out to Scheuer. Trimble has it now, being played by Jerome Reinhardt. Trimble drives down the lane, puts it up and in. I'll tell you, nice move by Trimble that time. He just turned around, Jerome Reinhardt, and went in.
Well, you wanted him to see the ball, and he got it that time. Nice play that time, Scott Trimble. Norristown, 2 baskets in this ball game, 2 very easy baskets. The slam by Jerome Reinhardt and the mismatch layup by Dante Woods. Wise with a long shot from the outside, no good. Rebound by Kleeman.
Trimble dumping it off now. He gets control of it once again. Trimble waving Ritchie across court. Over to Scheuer. Scheuer back to Kleeman. Upper Moreland moving constantly on offense here. Butch Lair has it. He's harassed by Frank Dobbs. We're going to have a foul be called on Dobbs. Reaching in foul. That's going to be Frank's first personal. So Butch Lair will inbound, or make this Tim Scheuer will inbound it right in front of us. Trimble, 18-footer from the right side. It's good. Nice touch that time by Trimble. He's averaging over 20 points a ball game.
Hey, Vince.
Bounce pass, Wise to Woods. Woods off the boards, gets his own rebounds. We have a foul on the play. Foul's going to be called on Eric Kleeman, and it's going to, let's see, is Dante going to be sent to the line here, Jeff? No, I guess not. So Darrell Wise will inbound it.
And they ruled that he wasn't in the act of shooting. They get it inside of Darren Queenan, ball stripped away by Kleeman.
Queenan that time accidentally elbowed in the face, too. He's okay, though. Trimble has it. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Norristown trailing 8-4. Good pressure that time by Dobbs. Goes out of bounds on Upper Moreland. Layer couldn't control it, so Norristown gets it. Darrell Wise swings it down. Bounce pass to Jerome Reinhardt. Goes out of bounds. Went out on Layer of Upper Moreland, so Wise will inbound it. Coming back out now to Dobbs. Dobbs to Darrell Wise down in the right corner. To Dobbs. Dobbs driving in, dumps it off to Wise once again. Lob pass now Jerome Reinhardt up and down. Off the glass short. Darren Queenan right there though to pop it in. So Norristown gets within 2, 8-6, and that's typical of Darren Queenan's performances this year, Jeff.
Very alert play by Darren Queenan that time, Al.
Ritchie to Kleeman. Kleeman on the baseline, loses it. Stolen by Dante Woods. Woods driving down the left side. Woods right on down, and he is going to be called for traveling. Crowd doesn't like it, and neither does Dante, but he was guilty that time. I'll tell you, that's an unusual one. See 6'6" Dante Woods dribbling end-to-end, going for the layup.
It's sort of Wilt Chamberlain-esque, don't you think?
It only took him 6 strides. I mean, to get from the defensive end down to the offensive boards.
Really quick.
Trimble from the line, and he nails it. 6 points for Trimble. Upper Moreland up 10-6.
He's all in.
Wise double team. Wisely goes back to Frank Dobbs. And we got a kick ball. So Norristown will recover it. Wise, nice move, gets open, finds himself in the clear and nails it. Tell you, I think Darrell was a little surprised that time that he had the open basket. Queenan, Wise, Woods, and Reinhardt, a bucket apiece. We've got 10-8, Upper Moreland up. Trimble, nice move by Trimble, underhanded scoop shot, no good. Foul being called though on, let's see, it's going to be number 15, Tim Scheuer. His first personal. So Norristown will regain control. And I'll tell you, Jeff, this has been typical in Norristown. In the first quarter throughout this season, they've been getting off to quite slow starts.
Well, it's true. Of course, Norristown has played fantastic basketball. Good substitution by Cresswell, too. He knows how to use his bench. Norristown finds a slow spot, and they pick it up from the guys off the bench. Steal by Upper Moreland. Back down court now. Trimble, nice pass that time to Scheuer. Scheuer with the easy basket.
I'll tell you, that was a nice pass that time by Trimble. Right down on the break and laid it up and in. Queenan now has it. Frank Dobbs off the glass, and it's good. Frank doesn't shoot too much now. Every Eagles starter has a bucket here. They've got 10 points. They trail by 2. 1 minute left to go here in this quarter. Ritchie's blocked by Darren Queenan, recovered by Kleeman. Kleeman goes up. Careless foul that time, going to be called on Dante Woods. Kleeman had the bucket. Dante just slapped him on one of his wrists. And now he's got a chance for a three-point play.
Well, we saw a nice clean block by Darren Queenan, and then Dante Woods with the, I guess, unnecessary foul. He wanted to make the big play, the block, but now, as you say, Kleeman going for 3 points.
But more importantly, if you're going to make that type of foul, you better make sure that the basket doesn't count either.
Exactly.
Well, that one's no good. Dante pulls it down, though. 45 seconds left to go in the quarter. 14-10. Frank Dobbs drives right down the lane, puts it up, no good. It's on the floor, rebounded, taken by Trimble. Trimble on the break. He's got Scheuer open, back to Trimble. Trimble off the glass, too hard. Nice give and go, though. Trimble couldn't nail it, though. Darrell Wise comes back the other end to Jerome Reinhardt on the baseline. Little 5-footer, and it's good. Jerome has 4 points now in the game.
That last time down the court, they had Dante Woods looking every way but where the ball was, and they failed to make the shot. Long pass that time, it's going to go out of bounds. So it'll be Norristown's ball the other way. But that was fine passing by Upper Moreland. Unbelievable. I mean, back and forth. It's a shame the layup didn't go.
Yeah, that's right. I'll tell you, Trimble did put on some nice moves that time. So we've got 10 seconds left. Darrell Wise goes down in the right corner. Swings it back out to Dobbs. 6 seconds, 5. Darrell Wise open, looks at the clock, puts it up. 18-footer, nothing but net. Darrell Wise, I'll tell you, he coolly thanked that one. Looked at the clock, 5 seconds left, and he just popped it in. That's cool and under pressure.
Absolutely. Just looked right up at the clock, so, oh, I have 4 seconds. Why don't I shoot the ball?
Darrell said, heck, that was no problem.
Well, Norristown trailed the entire first quarter, but 14 all after 1.
And the Norristown cheerleaders coming out onto the court now to entertain the crowd here. Scoring for Norristown very evenly distributed. Darrell Wise along with Jerome Reinhardt, 4 points apiece. And then Frank Dobbs, Darren Queenan, and Dante Woods have a bucket apiece. Upper Moreland, Scott Trimble, 6 points. Eric Kleeman, 4 points. They are the 2 offensive threats for Upper Moreland. Then Tim Scheuer along with Frank Ritchie have a bucket apiece.
Can't say it's anything less than what we expected with Trimble and Kleeman leading the way for Upper Moreland so far in this game. Extremely fast-paced first period of play, too. We didn't have that many stoppages. 3 or 4 fouls, and that was about it.